Hello, I'm Tina from New Zealand. Well, religion to me is not what most people would think. Religion is defined in the dictionary as a group of people who follow a set of rules. So I don't find myself to be religious. I find myself to have a faith and a relationship with God. I don't really follow rules that were specifically set out in the Bible as a literal meaning. Rather, I have a relationship with God and we discuss what's in the Bible and He gives me advice on what to do. From when I was younger until I was about 12, I was a full-fledged religious Christian and I followed the literal meaning of the Bible. Then I had a kind of fallout in my path and I came back to Christ, but in this form. So rather than following a literal meaning, I rather had a relationship. I believe that values are more important in religion.
This coming to Pearson here in this society, which is like kind of mixed religious people and not religious people, affected your thoughts?
Most definitely. The Christianity group on campus is far more conservative than what I've ever experienced in my life. Therefore, I have questioned a lot of my beliefs, whether or not I am really a Christian, because I don't follow the Bible as most Christians do. However, again, discussing with God and having that relationship has made it clear for me that He's my Father in heaven, and that's the most important thing, rather than trying to follow what other Christians are doing. I totally agree. My life here at Pearson is a lot more busier than back home. Back home I would go to church about 4 times a week to be with God. Here, last year, in my first year, I didn't attend church for the whole year, mostly because I was still questioning my faith, and as I said before, but then also because there was just so many other things that I had to prioritize. And this year I made the conscious decision to make sure that I had that time and that place to be with God, and that is rather difficult, especially in such a academic rigor situation. In my community in New Zealand, there's a highly populated Māori population. Māori people are the indigenous people of New Zealand, and they practice ratana, which is a religion that it's said to have come from Christianity, but practices different beliefs. So we have 6 gods, and it's God of the ocean, God of the forest, and so as a Māori myself, I practice the art of thanking those gods when I take from the nature, which some people would argue is against what I feel is my faith, which is Christianity. However, I feel like it's combining my spiritual side and my faith side. So it is rather difficult to be in such a place where they practice ratana rather than Christianity. However, I feel as though there's no discrimination towards that. I do feel as though I question my Christianity and my faith at times. However, I always have God in the back of my head saying it's up to you, it's your walk, it's not anybody else's. So I feel comforted in that. However, I feel as though you question everything in life, so it's inevitable that you question what you believe in, what your faith is. I say that I'm faithful and I have a relationship, and that always confuses people, but I'm always more than happy to discuss it, and more times than not people don't understand it and people don't agree with my ideals, but it's up to me, just as I said.